Qatar has failed to explain up to 70% of migrant worker deaths in past 10 years, Amnesty. World Cup host has not properly investigated fatalities, rights group says, citing concerns over heat stress and safety.
Here's a summary of the article.
World Cup host Qatar has failed to investigate the deaths of thousands of migrant workers in the past decade, according to a new report by Amnesty International. The human rights organization said the majority of migrant worker deaths in Qatar are attributed to natural causes, cardiac or respiratory failure, classifications which are meaningless without the underlying cause of death explained, according to one expert cited. The findings come as Qatar and FIFA face growing pressure from footballers and national football associations to protect workers' rights with just over a year to go until the World Cup begins. Qatar's World Cup Organizing Committee has reported 38 worker deaths on World Cup construction projects, of which 35 have been classified as non-work related. In failing to investigate the underlying causes of migrant workers' deaths, the Qatari authorities are ignoring warning signs which could, if addressed, save lives. This is a violation of the right to life. In February, The Guardian revealed that more than 6,500 migrant workers from South Asia had died in Qatar in the past decade. Under Qatar law, compensation must be paid where deaths are caused by the job, but the failure to properly investigate deaths means work-related causes may not be identified, allowing employers to avoid compensation, Amnesty said.
This post received a score of 6,100, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
So how the fuck is the World Cup being played there? The selection committee was impressed by their infrastructure spending.
A combination of being impressed with the standard requirements.
Qatar is the modern-day slave state.
Pretty much every wealthy Gulf state is lol. Qatar, Saudi, UAE, Bahrain, Kuwait. Built on the blood, sweat and tears of migrant workers from South and Asia, while the local Arabs spend their lives in extremely lavish ways. Edit. Don't know much about Oman. Pretty quiet country in general.
I got to go on a real estate development tour in the UAE and the way they do things there just blows my mind. All workers are on 12-hour on-off shifts, they get buzzed in from these garbage housing in the outskirts of the city and essentially forced to work off debts before they get their passports back. The other thing that blew my mind is there is no concept of accounting there, no one knows how much projects cost or what returns they expect. They just want to build stuff.
A co-worker of mine who is from India say when he was in his 20s he worked in Qatar. He was telling me they recruit thousands of Indian men for construction jobs, and the minute you enter the country the construction foreman confiscates your passport and you are now stuck in the country. They worked 12 to 16 hours days in temps above 40 C. If someone died they just put a blanket over them and made everyone keep working.
I'd feel okay with my national team, Denmark, boycotting this World Cup. Everything about it is horrible. Deaths aside, it's in fucking December.
I wish my national team, NL, would do so too. Hey, maybe we can have a match against each other. Whoever loses gets to riot in Germany.
Boycott. And don't say it won't work, because doing nothing will definitely not change anything.
I am glad to see several comments here advocating viewer boycotts.
Team and player boycotts would be even better.
World Cup host Qatar has failed to investigate the deaths of thousands of migrant workers in the past decade, according to a new report by Amnesty International. The human rights organization said the majority of migrant worker deaths in Qatar are attributed to natural causes, cardiac or respiratory failure, classifications which are meaningless without the underlying cause of death explained, according to one expert cited. As a result, as many as 70% of deaths may be unexplained. In a well-resourced health system, it should be possible to identify the exact cause of death in all but 1% of cases, the report said.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.